Hey guys, I just wanted to clear one thing up from the number file video that I just posted. In the video, I say Brady is the most empathic person. Two things. First, I just had the word empathic on my mind because I've been watching these borderline videos where they use this person's using the word empathic. Really, empathetic is what I meant. And also, I wanted to really clarify. I didn't say this in the video at all, but what I really mean is that he's like, you know, all the criticisms I was leveraging against Numberphile, I don't put on him at all. So like I would feel totally comfortable around him. I don't feel he would judge me in the slightest. Um, yeah, he and okay, so getting that out of the way, I also just wanted to take this as an opportunity to speak about him a little bit. Um, I he reminds me a little bit of so let me just say like when I first started watching Numberphile, I didn't know it was his channel. I didn't even know he was the guy. Um, I'd see him at the end of the videos and I thought he was just the guy they had talk about the stuff at the end of the videos. Like it's this which is incredible. I mean, that's like this sort of like lateral power structure thing. Which was really fucking dope. And seriously, for a long ass time, like possibly a full year, I hadn't caught that he was the main person behind the channel. Um, if you guys are familiar with the Zapatistas in Chiapas, Mexico, um, he's sort of like a Brit Emiliano Zapata in that way, like how it's like the leader is sort of beneath the or he's the subcomandante. He also it could just be because he looks like him, but he reminds me of this guy that I worked on a farm with briefly, because they look kind of similar, and I liked that guy a lot too. Um, so yeah, Brady Haran is great. I mean, just phenomenal, and um, yeah, very very cool and interesting how he's able to be sort of so far in the backdrop that even you can watch the channel and not even know that he's I mean just compare that method to like other YouTubers where it's like, okay, obviously this person's. I mean, I could say someone's name, but I wouldn't be talking Markiplier, PewDiePie, like, but everyone, every single person equally, like it's like obviously the channel is that person, and even if it's not the person's name, the needle drop, like it's like um uh Vsauce, you know, geez, it's Smosh. Like it's just obvious. It's obvious when it's that person is like what the channel is. But here with Numberphile, it's like it's always other people presenting it, and it's yeah, it's a very, very, very cool way to do it. I think it's, um, yeah, like, I think it has a lot of good things. Yeah, I feel very good about it, and I like that style a lot. Um, so thank you, thank you. Um, and additionally, I feel that the man carries a lot of love, and sort of like a deep compassion and understanding, um, that would extend to the other elements of his life, off camera, and should I didn't research this, but if he has children in his life, either of his own or from previous marriage, or just from another husband, of a partner he may have. I couldn't think of a better guy to raise a family. Couldn't 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 see someone better taking on that role as a father, that could, you know, kind of just be there as a supporter, be there as someone that can really give something, more than just money and safety, which is huge. I mean, that's already a lot more than a lot of fathers can give, but that he could really be someone that could help them grow emotionally, and kind of prepare them for that next stage of life, coming out of childhood and into adulthood, that he'd be there with them the whole way, not just present in their life, which again is huge, but emotionally present, and having those skills, like, not just that he would have the will, but he would have the way as well, and could kind of lend his own experiences, and show some sort of humility, in kind of guiding his kids, that he could kind of be open with them, say, hey, I've struggled with this too, and and not be so jaded about it either, like, you know because he's not perfect, and I don't mean to say that, and I think that's actually a strength, to, well, nobody's perfect, but to know that, and to not be afraid to show that to someone, um, that's a really powerful skill. And this is just speculative, but I really do believe that he carries that ability, in addition to creating and running the Numberphile YouTube channel. Um, so yeah, um, I might as well hit 10 at this point. He's um, I think that what he could do really well is take his he would see his children, not so much of as an extension of his own ego or his own sense of accomplishment, but as another learning experience in life, and as another new chapter where he would understand that he would get the most out of it by not having so many expectations. Of course, he wants his kids to succeed, but he could see, you know, on the one hand, be very firm when he really felt the guidance was necessary, and then on the other hand, be very open when, the kid would, make choices that may deviate from the choices he would make. But this is the whole thing about empathy, is that he can kind of still put himself in their shoes, and still kind of see through their eyes, and feel through their heart, and just kind of fully incarnate them, um, you know like, as though he's living through their body, and kind of like exploring their world, um, like he's a child, like, in that sense, and has that sort of like wide-eyed, imaginative purity, and kind of There's the if you guys are familiar with the tarot, the Fool card. When most people think of a fool, you think of, oh, this guy, he's a fool, and it's a negative. It doesn't, it's not to say that it's criminal, in a, it's not to say that it's evil, but it's not a good quality. That's what most people think, but really the fool is open. The fool is trusting, and the fool in many ways can really uh, go on these amazing adventures because they aren't so restricted by their ego, that they will close off potential doors. Now, of course, in life you can't fully be the fool. If someone tells you jump off a roof, you know, how well is that going to go for you? Chances are that that wouldn't turn out necessarily the most fruitful way. Um, but I feel that with Brady Haran, he sort of has that perfect balance of kind of, uh, you know, being somewhat grounded. If you guys have read the Alchemist, he doesn't let the oil fall from the spoon, but he's still able to enjoy and perceive all the wonders of the castle, or the king, the palace. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, may God bless you. And uh, uh, to all you listening, have a blessed day.